Welcome back to No Money Spent. I apologize for the lack of any videos in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. There's been two problems. One, half the time I hop on this game, servers are down, which has been incredibly frustrating. But the only reason it's not as frustrating as it should be is because there hasn't been much content dropped. So haven't really had a big reason to hop on this game, and there just hasn't been a ton of stuff I could add to upgrade my team with. But that doesn't mean I've made zero upgrade. There's a little bit I've gotten done, and with that, let's get right into everything I finished. Starting off, I did get this Sonny Gray from the Showdown. I don't have him in my lineup. It's not the best card, but I still wanted to go through and complete it just because it wasn't too difficult. Really doesn't take too long. Definitely worth doing if you have the time, especially if you need a milestone card, but not good enough to make my lineup. I also went through and completed all of the different conquests that came out since last time I made a video. I don't remember which ones they were exactly. I know the dog one at least. We're getting to a point where the packs are starting to get pretty good if you do the conquest, so I definitely would recommend doing them. Even if you have everything done, it's a good way to make a quick 10 to 20k stubs depending on how much you pull. But done all the conquests. There's really nothing left in here for me to do right now. Hopefully we get some more soon, because this is honestly my favorite offline game mode. But that's all the conquests I've done. Haven't been playing too much mini seasons in all honesty, but I have played the Gauntlet, and I've done a pretty good job with it in all honesty. Haven't even finished a full season yet, but I did get the Joe Mauer. I've done a lot of the extreme moments, which I'm very surprised I was able to do. But you play on Legend, it's not the hardest thing ever. You're definitely not going to put up, 20 plus runs a game, but I play on Legend. I've won probably 70% of my games, and you can get a lot of these moments done, and there's a ton of good packs from here. I mean, you get all the Spotlight packs, you get one of these Bullpen Bash packs, even you get a couple Premier packs, even an Ultra pack. So if you're able to put up enough stats on Legend or even Hall of Fame, I definitely think this mini seasons is worth doing. But if you think that's going to be a little too difficult, I would honestly avoid this. I mean, you can try and do all like the normal ones you'd get done on Rookie. There's good packs in here. If you can't play on Hall of Fame or Legend, which I know is very difficult at times, I wouldn't recommend doing this mini seasons. In terms of the 4th inning XP path, I am up to 699,899. I've made some good upgrades on here. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I definitely need to finish this at least one more time, but this is probably going to be my last run through of it, because oh damn, we only have 11 hours left. I didn't even realize that. So I have to go through and get this done real quick before everything drops tomorrow. So I've definitely made some progress. I really haven't gotten a single good pull out of the wheel spin. It's honestly been really shit. Like, I've maybe gotten 2 or 3 golds, 0 diamonds, which is insane considering I've probably gone through it, 7 times? So I've been grinding a little bit, even though the servers have been down. But the wheel spins aren't worth it. In all honesty, the wheel spins just aren't worth it. In terms of assorted programs, there's been no new themed program outside of the events that they've done, which I completed both of them. But that's really it in terms of these theme programs. There's been, maybe this Mookie Betts wasn't out by last time I did a No Money Spent episode. I did complete that. And then I obviously went through and completed all of the June Spotlight programs. We're doing pretty good there. Really, since there hasn't been a ton of content, all I've really worked towards is collections, and you will see that in a second. But that is every program I've done so far. For whatever reason, I felt the need to go through and complete every single Spotlight collection, including the retro ones, even though I don't really like any of the cards. But I went through, completed every single one, meaning I have the PCA, I have the Cedric Mullins, obviously Mizorowski, Tatis, even the Chipper. Is this worth it? Probably not. I don't even really like any of these cards, outside of the main ones you get just from the simple Spotlight drop programs. So I don't know if I'd say this is worth it, but with the lack of content, this felt like my only option, because everything else felt like it was going to cost me, over 1 million stubs, and I did this pretty easily in all honesty. Maybe only 300,000 or 400,000 subs to complete everything, which is not bad at all in my opinion. It really wasn't. I don't know why the prices dropped so much, especially for the June Retro Lightning ones. Is it worth it for the cards? Probably not. They're not the best ever, but if you really like some of these cards, I definitely think it's worth it just for the fact that it's not that expensive. In terms of the Legends and Flashback collections, I just have the WBC, 1 contributor left, 3 postseason. These signature and prime ones are going to be hell to do because they're both so expensive. Even though I only need 1, it still feels like it's going to be impossible. and then just a couple more rewards cards. Now, this is also pretty expensive, being completely honest with you. I mean, to complete this, it's what? Oh, that's a little better than I thought it would be. I really thought it was going to be way more expensive. But even then, why are all the prices dropping? Wait a second. He's still going for a ton, right? He's almost halved in price. Damn. Maybe I can go get that V-Mart pretty soon. I mean, here, I'll show you. I am at, where is he? I'm at 20 of 24. So I have made some progress with this, but the other day, I'm serious, it was over 1 million stubs to complete all the collections I needed. So that's really cool to see all the prices drop, because I'd love to use this V-Mart soon. Probably next, I mean, no, not probably, 100% next inning XP path, but probably within the next week, I'll be able to get this V-Mart done, I'd hope, as long as they add more content. But those are all the collections I've done. I definitely think I've made some good progress, especially with the spotlights completing it all. Outside of that, though, this is really all I've done. I just have a couple more of these V-Mart collections left, and should have this card pretty soon. Now, to show you all the upgrades I've made on my team, it may not be a lot, but PCA is now my starting center fielder. I still have pretty much the same starting lineup outside of him, or I might just entirely have it. Bench is definitely really different. I have a lot of just the new June Spotlight cards, but I love this PCA. I haven't used him online yet, but his stats are just absolutely disgusting. And he's free, literally free. It takes maybe 2 to 3 hours max to get if you haven't done any of the June Spotlight drops. So I definitely recommend him. I think this is the best center fielder in the game. Obviously, the best defensive center fielder in the game. I don't think there's a single question about that. I don't think anyone would even disagree with me in the slightest. Hitting wise, I'm not entirely sure. Did not love his WBC card, but these stats have to be at least somewhat good. So very excited to have this card in the lineup. For the rotation, it's pretty much the same in all honesty. I mean, I believe I wasn't done with the program last time I made a No Money Spent episode. So he's in the lineup. Pretty cool having him in here. Obviously, the Sandy Alcantara you get from the first step of the June Spotlight collection. I think it's 2 cards and you get Sandy Alcantara. Really like this card. Doesn't have outline on the fastball, but does have it on the sinker. So this card seems pretty good. Another one, haven't used online yet. Just haven't played online at all, in all honesty. Haven't gotten to use this card yet, but really like the look of them. And then for the bullpen, I don't know who's new and who's not. Maybe this Tops Now card, and then a couple of the June Spotlights I know are new. But outside of that, pretty much just June Spotlight cards added to the roster, just because that's really the only content added to this game. It's been kind of annoying. They haven't really given me a huge reason to play it. I wish they did. It sucks because I enjoy this game a lot, and I really like when there's a bunch of offline content for me to grind. But this is kind of the best upgrades I could possibly make right now, and I'm happy with it. Team's sitting at a nice 96 overall. I don't know how much better I could make it without just offline grinding mini seasons more, which I have no interest in doing. I'm happy with where I'm at. Hopefully next time you guys see this team, there's some real upgrades, a lot more upgrades, because there's more content added, and the servers are working. But with that being said, thank you all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. See y'all next time. Peace.